Good day and welcome back to the Vitality Project. I'm Dr. Bob. Well, today we embark on our second year of daily video and blog posts here at the Vitality Project. We've got a new title for our new series, and it's this: Daily Thoughts to Free Yourself and Others. That may sound like a lot to bite off, and it is. But we're convinced to hear of something that we believe is important, and that is that we believe that there's usefulness in providing high quality education. And we attempt to do that here at the Vitality Project every single day. Education, first of all, about addictions of every kind. And second, about how we can free ourselves of them. You'll recall from this last year of our conversations, multiple times I've referred to the root of the word for addiction, which derives from Latin, and that root word is addictus, which in Latin simply meant slave. Maybe helpful then to think of an addiction. I think it's helpful to think of addiction as enslavement. And what do all of those who are enslaved want the very most? I think you know the answer to that. They desire to be free, to be liberated from the tyranny of enslavement. So when we pick a description here at the Vitality Project, like daily thoughts to free yourself and others, we mean it. First, that you might experience increasing freedom in your own life from enslavement or addiction of whatever kind, whether it be to substances like alcohol and other drugs, or to behaviors and attitudes that are self-defeating, and yet we can't seem to stop them. So that's our first wish. Really the goal here is take your oxygen first. But there's a second emphasis, and you'll notice it in our new title where we say to free yourself, did you notice, and others. What do we mean by that? You see, as I understand it, addiction and our getting clear about it, our getting educated in it, our really understanding addiction from the ground up, that may be the greatest gift that you can bring to others in your life who themselves are currently struggling with addiction, who are currently enslaved. Ignorance about addiction runs rampant in our society. I can still remember as a sophomore in high school when the war on drugs was announced. It hasn't worked very well, has it? So in a society that establishes a war on drugs, there's a lot of emotion around addiction and not a lot of intelligence. So what I'd like to do is talk about replacing ignorance with true intelligence. And by true intelligence, I mean intelligence not just of the mind, these books, but also of the heart, with compassion. And only then, with that kind of true intelligence, I firmly believe, can we actually begin to have hope of turning the tide on what I see as a second epidemic. If the first is what's going on right now as I report to you with COVID, if that's the first epidemic, it's a pandemic across the whole globe. Well, a second epidemic / pandemic across the whole globe is that of addiction. And it's certainly currently ravaging our country. Well, it's ravaging our world. So I'm going to invite you, will you join me and us here at the Vitality Project? Which brings us to today's homework invitation. You'll remember from this last year that I daily provide a homework suggestion or invitation. They're not assignments. This isn't school. It's more important that you volunteer to engage in what we provide each day. But these recommendations that are provided each day are meant to invite you to consider making a change, most often in your behavior or even sometimes in an attitude. So for today, that's right, this day, today, might you consider inviting someone that you care most about to join the Vitality Project? Maybe that someone is you. It's free. Why wait?